What's up, guys? Welcome back to Time Vision Talks. My name is Mustafa and I'm joined with
Fike.
Maz.
And today we're going to talk about the importance of goal setting.
That's a good topic.
So just to get it on, what kind of goals do you have in your lives right now? Fike, what kind of goals do you have in your life right now?
Honestly, man, a big goal for me right now is I want to get my physical conditioning up. I always want to be in the best shape I can. I feel like I've been slacking on that. So hopefully from here till the end of the year, one of my big goals is to be, I pretty much want to be shredded and put on some muscle.
Get that beach body ready.
Pretty much for winter and in case I end up going on vacation, but I don't think so. In case it happens. That's one goal of mine right now.
What about you, Maz?
Well, one of the biggest goals right now I have is, as you know, I'm last year in university, so that I just want to get that over with. That's my goal, is just finish it, like, to the fullest, get the highest grade, and just get it over with. That's my main goal right now. That's what I'm focusing on.
Yeah, some of the goals that I have right now is similar to you guys, school and working out. Both of these things, I feel like I've been slacking a lot in my life. I never really put in 100%. I was always kind of, half-assing everything that I did. And it's gotten me to the where I'm at right now, where it's making me realize, if I didn't half-ass it, or if I stop half-assing it and, full-assing it,
I'd be in a different position right now.
I would be in a very different position, a better position for myself and my family and my friends around me.
No doubt.
So you guys we talked about the goals right now. How do you come across setting goals, and what steps do you take so you meet your goals?
I feel like the biggest goal, or the biggest difference for me in between achieving a goal and I guess flopping or failing on a goal that I set, is that it's about putting the energy out there. I feel like I need to write down a lot of the stuff I want to do. Like I have like I guess you can say an agenda every day. I try to fill it out. Well, I try to fill it out every day. I don't end up doing it, but I feel like the days that I do fill it out, or if I plan my day ahead of time, or the next day I write down everything I want to do, there's more chances of me getting that done as if I just went along with my day, thinking in my head that, okay, I'm going to do this.
Right.
Even though it's the same thing, but I feel like it's about putting that energy out there. And
it's more concrete.
That mindset.
Yeah, it's concrete. You set it out there.
Exactly. I feel like that's the biggest difference for me.
What about you, Maz?
For me, yeah, I agree with Fike. Like, you have to set goals. The most important thing is setting the goal. Because some people are like, oh yeah, in 2 years I want to do this, I want to have this, but you have to, as you said, you got to write that down. Put it somewhere concrete. Write on a sticky note, write it over there, so every day you can see it, that, okay, this is my goal. I have to focus on this. Because some people, as I said, some people are just like, I'll do this, I'll do that, but they don't have any pathways to it. But once you set that goal, then you are always thinking about it. Then you're like, okay, I shouldn't do this because it'll take me away from my goal. Or like, if I go here, it's going to bring me closer to my goal. If I do this, then opportunities open up to you according to that. You just see opportunities, you think like subconsciously that, okay, this will help me go towards my goal once you set that goal.
Right.
I feel like you need to, I agree that like writing it down and putting that out there is definitely important, and staying on track.
Exactly.
And I think another very important thing that helps me, or can help anyone, is that you write down the goal, but then you actually write down what you envision for yourself.
Right.
That's key.
Or like, let's say when I'm achieving this goal, or when I have achieved it, where am I? You have to envision everything.
What will it look like?
Exactly.
What
You
will
gotta
it
be
feel
specific.
like?
Yeah.
Specificity.
Yeah, specificity. If you write vague goals like, oh, I want
to lose weight.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Or I want to gain weight, like, or like I want to make money. None of these are specific goals, right?
Like, I want to make $1 million in the next 2 years.
Like, how are you
and
gonna
now
do that?
you know how you're
You
gonna
gotta
do
figure
that.
out your how.
Yeah.
But before you even figure out your how, you always gotta know your why. You gotta realize the motivation.
Why are you
behind
doing
it.
this? Why is this your goal? Is this something you're passionate about? Is this you're doing
Yeah.
because someone told you to do it? Is this like, and the importance of that goal is, you have to be passionate about that goal. It has to be something you really want. Then you will push yourself beyond the other limits to do it, right? If it's something like you just, or someone said like to do it, they're like your parents or like someone's just forcing you to do it, you're not gonna.
You can never give it your all.
Exactly. You're gonna
never give it
half-ass.
your
You're like, oh yeah, I have to do it. It's like I have to do it, not
It's a
I
hassle,
want to
no
do
doubt.
it. That's a big difference. Like having to do something or like wanting to do something.
And like that's like going back to the topic of setting specific goals, right? So like, if you set a vague goal that you want to lose weight, and maybe in like a couple of weeks you lose a few pounds, right? You did lose weight, but like because you did not have a specific number in mind, you don't know if you hit your goal or not.
Yeah. So write the weight down. Write the
So,
time limit
so
down.
if you have a limit that I want to lose 10 pounds in this many days, then like you will see the concrete numbers on the weighing scale. You will see the concrete days passed on your calendar, right? So these are more specific things where once you finally reach it, that light bulb clicks in your head. Oh, I wrote down 10 pounds and I actually lost 10 pounds. So then you can set your next goal. I'm gonna lose 10 more pounds or whatever. You know, I want to gain 5 pounds of muscle now, right?
Yeah.
And this helps you do towards your next goal. Be like, oh, I achieved this goal. Now I can achieve my next goal. So this motivates you towards your next goal. And once it
Right.
happens and it starts snowballing, then you're like on a path where like I set a goal and I achieve it because I pushed myself to it.
Right, which brings me to my next topic. A lot of people set goals that are way too high for their current standard, right? You have a goal in mind, that's a very ambitious goal, and like maybe that's your end goal, right? But you got to break it down to minor goals in between, right?
right.
You can't be like, oh, I want to own a Ferrari. And then, but what are the steps that are in between you currently and you owning the Ferrari in the future?
Right.
Right? If you set a goal that is so ambitious and is so out of your league from your current standpoint, and then you don't achieve that goal, that's gonna have a negative impact on you,
Yeah,
right?
demotivates.
That's
you,
gonna
yeah.
demotivate you. You'll be like, oh man, I set this goal and I didn't reach it. I don't feel motivated to try it again.
I feel like that I agree that if you set a goal that's like way out there and sort of unrealistic, let's just say.
Right.
Not that I believe any goal is unrealistic. I feel like if you put your mind to
Yeah,
it
for
and
sure.
you're willing to put in the hours, the dedication, then you can. But that's where the success and the failure lies.
Right.
That
Yeah.
you have a plan, but then you don't have a strategy.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, owning the Ferrari or like losing weight, you know?
Right.
Those are kind of vague things. It's all about that in between and what steps you are willing to take, which is the make it or break it. And I feel like the smaller you break down your goals into like tiny steps, doesn't matter how small it is, you know? What, like at the end of the day, like if you're trying to lose weight, you gotta meal prep, you know what that means?
Right.
You gotta at least plan out your whole day, what you're gonna eat. And those
Right.
are very small steps you're taking, but those are the steps you need to take to get to
Right.
that goal.
Right.
And that could be put into any sort of goal that you have or any sort of ambition that you want to focus on, you know?
Right.
So at the end of the day, it all depends on the strategy you take. And I feel like that's where I personally lack, where I feel like I have all these goals. And now I'm getting better at it, but when I was younger, like I would just be like, okay, I have this goal, but I have no strategy. So multiple times I fail.
Right.
Now I feel like if I have a plan or if I have a goal, I can be more strategic about it. And the fact that I'm more strategic, my chances of success are better.
Exactly.
And I
agree
feel
with
like that could be for anyone.
I agree
Totally
with that
agree.
100%.
Yeah, I'd say as I agree with Fike. Yeah, I don't have anything against like. I don't. Yeah, setting ambitious goal is great. I think like as Fike said, you can set anything like owning a Ferrari. That's very ambitious, even for your current standpoint. But I feel it's nothing wrong with setting ambitious goals as long as you set them.
I feel like you need to set ambitious
Yeah,
goals.
you need to
If
set ambitious goals.
Because I once saw this video on it was an Instagram video. The best way I could explain it is the dude's pretty much saying that let's say you have a goal to, let's just say, shoot, I can't even think of the damn video now. But pretty much he said you should always aim higher. Let's just wrap it up. Like let's say whatever your goal is, you should always aim higher, try to do more, so that even if you don't get there, at least you'll land where you want it to be.
Right,
you know,
right,
or get
right.
to where you initially
Or
wanted
you will
to
land
be.
somewhere where you're in a better position to achieve that goal because you are on that path, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So even if you fail, but you're gonna be better on the new stand than you were before because you still work towards it. Although you didn't get your end goal, but you definitely got further than where you were before, which is a win in itself.
Right.
Yeah. And maybe to put that more into fruition would be, for example, like, let's say, Mustafa, for example, let's say you're like some douchebag guy or some shitty dude, you know, like an asshole or something.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just me, you know? And let's say, because you're an asshole, I treat you like an asshole too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sort of like, maybe stooping to your level, but I'm pretty much treating you for who you are. But let's say if you were that asshole dude and I come but I try to treat you better. I'm like, you know what? He's a douchebag, but I'll be the bigger man. I'll treat him good. Then maybe that'll inspire you, you know?
Right.
Right.
And because I'm not treating you as to who you are, but I'm treating you in such a way as to someone who you could be, you know? And because I'm treating you in that sort of sense, maybe that'll lead you to that,
Yeah,
you know?
lead you to
And I feel like you should treat that with your goals too, that you don't just take your goals as your goals. Like, you always should try to aim higher so that even if you do miss, at least you'll land to where you need to be.
You're right.
100% agree with that.
And that's one of the important things, like you said about goal setting, is like you have to find your range, right? You can't be setting a goal that is way too hard for your current point of view.
Yeah.
But you can't be setting goals that are way too easy. That like you think that you'll be able to do it. And of course, like you said earlier, you set some small goals and then you roll up to
You
your
work
bigger
up your
goals.
way.
But that's the thing, you have to work up. You can't just be setting these mediocre goals and achieving it and think, oh, I'm achieving my goals. But you're not pushing it further, right? You're not using that momentum to move yourself to a next goal.
Yeah.
It's about growth, and
It's
there's no
about growth,
growth without
exactly.
struggle. I feel like if you get everything easy, then you're not achieving that character or that journey that that you need to go through to
That was a
achieve
cat.
those goals. It's a cat move. But
Yeah, and it's about, as you said, it's about the journey. Once you set that high goal, you're pushing yourself, you're changing yourself, because you can't achieve something without changing yourself. So through that journey, you change yourself to be the better person towards to get that goal. And I think that sometimes is more important than the end goal itself, because you're a different person now.
100%.
You're better than you
Right.
were before.
the biggest thing I would say that deters people nowadays is just there's just too many distractions. There's just way too many. And honestly, the fact that we're always connected to the internet or have access to all this information, all this stuff that's flooding our brain throughout the whole day.
there's a
This
lot
is
of-
all distractions. This is all distractions.
There's a lot of information overload.
Too much. If we're able to eliminate as much as we can of the unnecessary stuff,
Yeah,
we'll be more in line to achieving whatever you want to achieve.
yeah.
But as long as we have these distractions, mainly our phones. This is the biggest distraction, guys.
key.
For me too. I know, I feel it. Because there's bare times I'm just at the library or wherever I am trying to do my thing. I'm just looking at my phone, wasting 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo,
it's just
that's
so-
20,
yeah.
30 minutes of productivity that I just missed on,
Right.
So always stay focused.
Focus is
and
key.
eliminate the distractions.
Yeah, another thing about focus is that people are like, oh, I have achieved this goal, I'm setting this goal, but I see other people, they achieve that same goal in half the time, half the effort.
Yeah.
Another thing is, don't look at other people's
There's a
goal.
lot of comparing going on.
Yeah, you can't compare yourself to anyone
Look,
else.
man, everybody is at their own point of the journey. Everybody is proceeding at their own pace. It's
Exactly.
not a race, guys. It's
not a race, it's a marathon.
It's a marathon. That means that,
Pace yourself.
pace yourself and
Yeah.
just keep moving, No,
'Cause even, yeah, sorry.
no matter how slow you're going faster than the guy on the couch.
Exactly.
Ooh, I've heard that one. That was
That's a
good
deep
stuff.
one.
It's
yeah.
true.
Because you don't know
Always
what
worth
behind the
fascinating.
scenes, what the person has advantages, what his disadvantages are. You just see him achieving his
Right.
goal, him or her achieving their goal.
Everybody starts at different levels,
Yeah.
I've seen this video earlier talking about privilege. Right?
Yeah, you don't know if he has rich parents that helped him, achieve
Yeah.
that goal. You're working, you're putting your effort, you're putting everything. You don't know what the other person's going through, what advantages they have, right?
Right. So basically, just describe this video real quick for those of you guys who haven't seen it. This guy, he was a teacher, and he took his classroom out on the field, and he lined up everyone for a foot
Oh
race.
yeah, that's
I haven't seen it.
Right. So he lined up everyone for a foot race at the same line, and then he started asking people questions. Who has both their parents living together? Take a step forward.
half the people step forward.
Like who has a car that their parents drive? Step forward. Who lives in this neighborhood? Step forward. What's your annual income? Is it over this much? Step forward. And by the end of all these questions, there were all these rich people, well, not rich themselves, but rich families, come from suburban areas. All these people had like literally half the race already finished.
Because they're already ahead.
Because they already started ahead. And all these people from like poor neighborhoods and ghetto backgrounds, all these people were still at the starting line. And then he started the race. And obviously those people who were ahead,
They won. Yeah, but in the end, the
Damn.
people that were standing behind, they didn't lose. They also ended. They
powerful.
still ended the race, right?
Right.
Although later than everyone, but they still achieved that goal.
And the guy said it himself, some of these guys are fast runners, but still, because they had they started back, they might have lost the race. But look, guys, people start at different positions, but you could end at the same position.
Exactly. And how you end is what matters. As long as you achieve that goal, regardless of time, anything, just as long as when you achieve your goal, that's the biggest win.
Alright guys, this has been Time Vision Talks, talking about goal setting.
Yeah.
My name is Mustafa.
I'm Fike.
My name is Maz. If you guys have any other videos for us to talk about, let us know.
And before we end this, one of our personal goals as a channel for Time Vision Productions is to reach what? 50,000 subscribers?
By the end of the year.
By the end of the year.
By the end of the year, 50,000 subscribers. We are putting this message out to the world and to all of you guys. We are setting a specific number, 50,000.
That's our goal.
A specific date by the end of the year.
End of the year.
So you guys know what you need to do. Subscribe, like, and share.
Like, and share.
Thank you
What up,
guys.
boys?
We'll see you next episode.
Peace.